Hey everyone, welcome back. So it's Monday today, so I hope you guys had a great weekend. Not much going on as far as Bitcoin news or the miners news. I'm still waiting on Mawson to provide us with their monthly updates for March. Once that happens, we'll get that updated, and then we'll obviously do some numbers as well on that. But right now, we're just going to cover the miners, see how they did today on the stock market, see what Bitcoin's doing right now, Ethereum, and then we'll take a look at the story from Core Scientific. They're actually going to be providing not real time, but daily updates on their production. And then we'll take a look at some of the medium miners like Argo, Bitfarms, Cleanspark, Hive, Hot 8, and Mawson. We'll see basically which one is better bet possibly. So we'll do a kind of comparison between those two or all those six, and we'll call it a day. So as always, not financial advice. You know the drill. I'm invested in the following companies and coins. And let's take a look at the miners right now, and then we'll get into Bitcoin and the news. So ANY was down today 6.32% to $1.63. Argo was down 3.25% to 80 cents. Bitfarms, or BitDigital, was down 2.18%, $2.69. Bitfarms was actually up 2.23% to $3.21. Cleanspark was down 3.02% to $9.32. Core Scientific was down $2.08 to $7.54. So it was down 2.8%, sorry. Digihost was up 0.99% to $3.05. DMG was down 4.73% to 44 cents. Hive was down 1.14% to $1.73. It is now up in the after hours, 4%. Hot 8 was down 2.04 to $4.33. Now it's up 1.39% in the after hours. Iris Energy was down huge today. It was down 9.4% to $11.18. It's up now 3.31% in the after hours. Luxxfolio was down 3.23% to 24.5 cents. And Marathon was down 1.55% to $20.90. It is up 1.67% in the after hours. Mawson was up huge today, 10.44% to $4.97. And up again in the after hours, another 2.41%, which is kind of strange considering most of these guys were down today. But for some reason, they were up big. And the only thing I can see here on the chart, which isn't much, we're looking at the 1 hour chart on it. And we can see that it definitely, obviously, started driving up here today for some reason. There's no news, obviously, reported, so some insider activity going on. Don't know. Take a look at the last one, Riot. Riot was down 1.2 on the day to $14.79. It is up $1.28 in the after hours, which is more in line with everybody else. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin right now is up above our resistance of 40,700. It's at 40,975 roughly. And it has fallen obviously on the day here to about 38,598. Could that be the bottom end? I mean, we definitely wicked down here today, and then we climbed back up above it, which was good. But we'll have to obviously see how this continues on. We did obviously have the change in, or the cross with the 20-day crossing over the 50-day again here, and we'll see if we can maybe get this to cross back over and possibly cross the 200-day going forward. That's the goal, obviously. Will it happen? We'll have to see. My big concern still is that we may come back down to the 37,500 mark before we bounce further. Right now, RSI isn't looking too bad. We have gone up a little bit, and last time we were on this range, we were a little bit higher, so we're still not doing better as far as price-wise compared to the RSI is. So we'll have to see how that goes. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum has been trading kind of sideways here for a while. It is up today as well. We had the cross on the 20-day and the 200-day. On the chart on the daily, it is at 3,078 right now, which is good. Our kind of resistance here is about 3,000 mark. And support, so we'll have to see how this one plays out also. RSI isn't looking too bad either. So a lot of ifs. We could go down obviously to possibly around this range, around 28.50 or so. We did come close to that. We came to 28.81. I think there's some support right around this range, the 2800 mark. So we'll see. Time will only tell what happens. And let's take a look at the Bitcoin hash rate here. While we're at it, might as well. And as you can see here, Bitcoin has been kind of trading sideways as far as the network hash rate is concerned for the last several months here. So, well, we kind of peaked here a little bit in February, And then March and April, we're kind of just trading between this kind of range here between, what is that, 208? Is that 208? No, sorry. 190 and 220. We're kind of bouncing between that kind of range there, which is kind of strange to see as well, especially with miners being installed. So I'm guessing maybe some of the older miners are getting removed because of it. All right, so Core Scientific obviously provided a little bit of a news today. Today announced it has begun daily reporting of self-mined Bitcoin production on its corporate website. Core Scientific, we'll take a look at it. Here's what they had to say. So we believe that the daily Bitcoin production metric is one of the most important performance metrics or performance measures in our industry. Sharing daily production provides transparency to our shareholders and other stakeholders, said Mike Levitt, Core Scientific Chief Executive Officer. As market leaders, we encourage this kind of transparency across our industry. So this is obviously great news from them, providing this kind of information to the shareholders and stakeholders that are interested in the company. I think this is wonderful. Darren Feinstein, Core Scientific co-founder and co-chairman, stated, "I have been mining Bitcoin for over a decade, during which time the most commonly asked question has been, how much Bitcoin does your company mine on a daily basis? Today, we are the first publicly traded Bitcoin mining company to report our daily self-mined production, which is updated on our website every day at 12 p.m. Eastern time." So that would be at noon, which is good. So let's take a look at that, see where they're providing it. And it would be nice, they're only providing it here on their main website. So daily BTC mined was 36.8 for the 24-hour period, I guess, for yesterday, which would have been Sunday, which is pretty good. So if we do the 36.8 times 30, we get about 1,104 BTC per month, roughly, if they're up and running. And if we have 31 days, we're at 1,140 right now currently. So it would be nice to see like a chart or even just a table of daily what they mine, and that way you can kind of see the pattern, whether it's increasing obviously or decreasing. And that would be wonderful if they could do that somehow. It should be pretty easy to do. You can pop it into a database, mine it, pop it into a database, and you can then retrieve it as needed and provide the information to the users. Okay, so that is all I have for that. Like I said, there isn't much going on in Bitcoin, nothing that's really interesting. So I thought we would go over the medium miners here, which are basically any miner that has a future hash rate below 10 exahash and at or really close to 3 exahash or higher. So this gives us our list here, which is Bitfarms, Cleanspark, Hive, Argo, Hut 8, Mawson. Current, let's just go through the rows here. So shares out, obviously Bitfarms has 251 million shares, almost 252. Cleanspark has the lowest amount, 41 million. Hive has the most at 527 million. Argo at 392. Hut 8 at 220. And Mawson at 71 million. Stock price right now for Bitfarms was obviously 321. At the end of today, Cleanspark was 9.32. Hive was $1.73. Argo 81 cents. Hut 8 at $4.33, and Mawson was at $4.97. Market cap. So market cap wise, it looks like Hut 8 is the winner here with 956 million, followed by Hive at 912 million. Then we go to Bitfarms at 808 million, and then we have. Then it would be, looks like Cleanspark at 386, Argo, or actually Mawson at 355, and then Argo at 318 million. So let's take a look at some of the other information we have here. So estimated revenue for the last 3 quarters plus this current quarter, we're looking at about 181 million for Bitfarms, 107 million for Cleanspark, 226 million for Hive. Argo is about 96, Hut 8 is 156, and Mawson is at 56 million. Using my formula that I use, 75% net income from gross revenue, using price to earnings multiple of 20, we would get a stock price of about $10.81 for Bitfarms. Cleanspark, I think, should be around $38.93, closer to that, based on they have a very low amount of shares out. And we'll also take a look at some numbers here that will kind of justify why I think it should be there. Hive should be around $6.44, Argo at $3.69, Hut 8 at $10.62, and Mawson at $11.77. Obviously, we do know that these miners that aren't getting close to that 10 exahash mark sometimes don't get the love from investors like the other companies do, and they're getting a lower price to earnings multiple ratio, closer to the 10, 12, sometimes even 15 range on those, or even lower, depending. So based on where they are right now. Bitfarms is down $7.60 from where I think they should be. Cleanspark is down almost $30 where I think they should be. Hive is down $4.71. Argo $2.88. Hut 8 is down $6.29, and Mawson is at $6.80. Obviously, if we were looking at 20 price to earnings multiple on that, so difference would be 237% upside potential for Bitfarms, 318 for Cleanspark, Hive 272, Argo 355, Hut 8 at 145, and Mawson at 137. So obviously the winner would be here Argo, depending on how they are able to move things forward with hash rate and everything else, and if they get the love like some of the other miners along with these guys. So Cleanspark would be the next one at 318, followed by Hive, Bitfarms, and Hut 8, and then Mawson. Excuse me. So current hash rate, if we look at the miners here, we can see that Bitfarms is right now second place, looks like. But I think this number for Hut 8 also includes their Ethereum miners, if I'm not mistaken. So Bitfarms is at 2.3 exahash, Cleanspark is at 2.3, Hive is at 2, and Hive is just the regular BTC ASIC miners for that. I've separated that out. Argo is at 1.6 exahash, Hut 8 is at 2.4, and Mawson is at 1.3. Future hash rate. This is only that what has been reported or has been reported for basically purchases on any miners. So I know that a lot of these guys are saying that they're going to be higher by the end of the year, but they haven't reported any purchases. Once they report any purchases of miners, those will get it in, and then obviously the future hash rate will be increased. So Bitfarms is about 6 exahash. Cleanspark is going to be about 4.1, 4.2 exahash. Hive is at 4 exahash. Argo is about 3.7 exahash. Hut is at 3.2, and Mawson is at 3. So percent operational wise, we can say that Bitfarms has basically 38% only of their miners installed right now, so they still have the most upside potential. Cleanspark is at 55%, so they're halfway there. So is Hive at 50%. Argo's at 43%, so a little bit less than half. Hut 8 has the most installed at 76%, so they have the least amount to go up. Mawson is at 43%. Number of miners, we won't go into that. Hash rate, average per miner. Obviously, Cleanspark has the best right now out of these bunch. They are at 100 terahash per miner on average. Then we would probably have Mawson, which is at 95 terahash, followed by Hut 8 at 89. Hive is at 84. Bitfarms is at 82, and then Argo is at 61. So obviously Argo has some miners that are older. They need to get rid of those to get their hash rate average up. And so obviously based on that, Cleanspark is the winner right now. They've also been around only for the past year and a half or so. So they've done a tremendous job, I think, getting to 2.3 exahash in about a year and a half, which is well done by them. And then we take market cap per petahash. So we divide the market cap divided by the current petahash to get our dollar amount per petahash. So this is exahash here, or actually petahash, 2,337 petahash is 2.3 exahash. So we got 346,000 per petahash for Bitfarms. Cleanspark is at 167, which is actually pretty low. It's the lowest on the bunch here. That's why I think the price, I'm showing it should be much higher, and why it's not right now, because they are only getting 167,000 per petahash, while the other guys are getting quite a bit higher. And then we got Hive's at 456, so they are the leader. They're being, but that is also based on not including their Ethereum mining in here. So that obviously adds to it quite a bit as well of the revenue. So that's why they're up way higher. Argo is at 198,000. Hut 8 is at 391. Then you got Mawson at 273. So on average, if you average all these out, you would probably be somewhere closer to 305,000 per petahash, where they should be if they were all equally valued right now. So that's why I'm saying it looks like Cleanspark is the one that is the most undervalued right now based on what I'm seeing. Their current hash rate, their market cap per petahash is way under, along with Argo possibly as well. And then Hive, I think, is pretty close to where they should be, but it's still lower than where I think it should be as far as price goes. So overall, I believe that these guys are all, basically undervalued in my opinion. I would like to see Hive obviously maybe do a reverse stock split. So basically cut that down, give take a, what is it? If you do a reverse, you take 5 shares for every 1 or something like that. Bring this down so you would get that under 100 million or something like that. And then that way the stock price would go up. Instead of being the $1.73, it would be closer to the $10 mark, basically. That'd be kind of nice to see them doing that. Where were we? Market cap. Okay, so we figured that out, that obviously Cleanspark is the most undervalued based on these guys here in this group. They should be rated or should be much higher in price, I believe. So then we're taking the market cap per petahash times future hash rate to come up with a new market cap. So based on the number here that we're using and the future hash rate, we're multiplying that to get the future market cap, basically potential. So obviously Bitfarms would be at 2 billion roughly based on their future hash rate. Cleanspark, obviously, like I said, I think this should be much higher. I think this should be closer. I think this should be double of where they are right now. That would get them up to approximately, I think, 1 billion to 1.5 billion or so. Hive would be at 1.8 billion. Argo would be at 730,000. They're only getting to 3.7 exahash, so they should go up higher too. I think they should be up much higher than where they are right now. Hut 8 would be at 1.2 billion. And they're only, well, they're 76% installed right now. So unless they report that they're getting more miners installed, they're kind of close to where they probably should be. Mawson is at 816. I think they should be up a little bit higher as well. They're only 43%. But so you guys are at least getting an idea for it. Future share price that would represent basically $8 for Bitfarms, $17 for Cleanspark at this market cap divided by obviously by the shares outstanding currently. I think, like I said before, this should be much higher. So should this. All of these should be much higher from where they would be if we're just using the market cap petahash, because some of these are way down where they should be, I believe. And then BTC hodls. So obviously some of these guys do have hodl positions on them. Mawson doesn't have any. Mawson is 0. Hut 8 has the most at 6,460, followed by Bitfarms at 5,243. Cleanspark has slowly been adding to their position, but they're also using them to fund operations and future growth, which is good to see as well. Hive is at 2,568, and Argo is at 2,700 right now. I still don't know exactly how much weight, the amount of hodl that you have on it, depending on the market cap that you're getting or the price to earnings multiple. We can see here with Hut 8, they have the most. And their hodl, the market cap right now is 27, almost 30% of their market cap is their BTC value, which is just insane. Obviously the lower you have that, I think that's better. And you also have Argo here at almost 35%. So that's huge as well. So they're not getting the love that I think that they should be getting for their hash rate, future hash rate. And instead, it is what it is. And that could be basically because they're not going to be growing that much. Bitfarms is at 26%. Cleanspark is obviously only at 4.4. And then I don't know if, that's a tough one here. So I don't know if that 420 Bitcoins that they're holding right now is a result of their low share price. It could be, but they're going to be at almost 4 exahash, 4.2 exahash by the end of the year. That's what they're planning on. We'll see if that happens. So I wonder if that's weighing them down, the lack of it. But I also like the fact that they're not diluting shares. So it's a give and take. All right, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But otherwise, like I said, I think they're all undervalued. I think Cleanspark is a little bit more undervalued than some of the other ones. Like I said, I would like to see Hive also do a reverse stock split, get a little bit less shares out there, make it a little bit easier for investors, I think. But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, spreadsheets are obviously available to my Patreon members. Thank you guys for supporting me there. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe. Helps me out tremendously. Spread it around to the like StockTwits, wherever you can, to Finance, Google Finance, Yahoo Finance, wherever you can. Spread the joy. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a good day. Bye.